So basically, like I said, I saw a little ruckus going on, saw people kind of scuffling, so kind of zoomed in, and once my phone kind of focused in, I saw the so-called victims, being pretty aggressive, towards the group of people that were already standing out there. And, it was a situation where it looked like, a lot of people, contrary to what people think, but there was a lot of people that were trying to break the fight up. I think a lot of people feel like everyone was just egging it on, and that's not the case. There was a lot of people, trying to stop it. And, like I said, the people that are being called the victims seem to be pretty aggressive, in this. And that's what I saw. Halfway through the video, you'll probably see where I got out because I noticed someone was on the ground. So I got out and kind of went back like in the thick of the fight. And, there was a guy laying on the ground. I was a little concerned about him, but then he got up and, started, there again. Once he got up, people were kind of backing off of him, but he was kind of still going at people, and, using racial slurs, so, I mean, it was just an unfortunate situation. I know it wasn't anything had to do with the Jazz Festival. That's what a lot of people are concerned with. We don't want that to shine a bad light on a very good weekend. It was one of the best weekends ever. But I did see other fights going on. It was just one of those deals where you got people out drinking, and, I'm pretty sure drinking had a lot to do with that fight, but, it's very unfortunate for the young lady. I pray for her and her family. She was just trying to help out. So definitely in any way, I don't want to, there was nothing good about that. The fight happening at all was nothing good about it. But, I do know that it wasn't all, the people that are being arrested that I feel like were, at fault. After seeing other videos, I'm seeing where the guy smacked the guy. I saw earlier where that guy was breaking up. He was trying to defuse the fight. And then there was something that happened with his vehicle that I think kind of sparked them. But, initially there was nobody really going at him from what I could see until after the smack. And after the smack, then all hell broke loose. I've been at that corner before, so there's not much problems there. And from what I hear, they were saying they just didn't have any police presence there because, they just didn't have that kind of problem prior to. But, I'm sure next year moving forward, they'll probably, have some foot patrol, which I think would have probably diffused it a lot sooner. But, it was just one of those situations, very unfortunate for my city. Ultimately, I would like to think that this would bring us together as a people. It seems like we're divided, but, I think, if everybody really digs deep and see that, we're not all against each other, we can get along. I think, it's all about the individual. If you want to get along and be positive, and not think that all black people are bad or all white people are bad, it was a situation. I think, like I said, I think it was more the alcohol that was the culprit. But, like I said, prayers go out to all the people that were hurt, especially the lady. And, hopefully we can just get past this and use this as a stepping stone to be more positive towards each other.